As we get closer to Valentine's Day, a lot of people are thinking about what they can do for that special someone in their lives. But there is one person who's really special that you might be overlooking. It's yourself. Motivational speaker Bob Paff joins us with today's Competitive Edge. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so you have to show yourself some love, huh?
Absolutely. You have to put yourself first. If you can't love yourself, how do you love anybody else?
A very good point.
Right? So, yeah, you have to love yourself and start it there.
But what does that mean? Does that mean you have to spend time alone with yourself each day or carve out little moments for yourself? Or what does that encompass? A lot of people don't even know where to begin.
Well, I think all of the above, but really what you have to say is what does it mean to me to love myself? Is it the carving the time out? Is it playing tennis or racquetball or baking or whatever it is that you like to do and not feeling guilty about doing that? But
that's the thing, the feeling guilty part, because women are always, and this affects women a lot.
Sure.
Because, we were talking about this yesterday, this subject, and men can lay on the couch and be perfectly happy flipping the channels, and some men, but women are sitting at home and they're up and they're moving because there's something else that has to be done. I can't just take a moment to just breathe and relax. Why do we feel that way?
Well, Patrice, I'm glad you said some men.
Yes, some men, not all men, and not all women either.
That's absolutely right. What you need to do, and it's all about setting expectations. So I think what you need to say to your spouse is, honey, I need a break. I need some me time, and it really is about setting those expectations, because you're thinking in your mind, I'm frustrated, he or she's not listening, and they're thinking, what's your problem? And so, we need to have this dialogue about, sweetie, I need a break, I need some me time, and then you have that dialogue, and then it's okay.
All right, so if you don't do that, if you don't take those steps to have some me time, then what starts to happen? Where's the problem?
Well, great question. What happens is the resentment builds up, okay? Then it stresses and strains the relationship, and then the fallout is really everybody else gets those after effects. And so if it's the family, if it's the kids, if it's your employees, if it's your partner, if it's your associate, that's got to go somewhere, Patrice.
Yeah.
We've got to put that somewhere, and eventually it comes out.
Right, you start to feel taken advantage of or
Absolutely.
taken for granted a little. I do so many things, and
see that? Nobody else does anything. I'm on the sofa with my remote control watching football.
But you know what? On the flip side, in defense of men, sometimes I think I'll say myself, I have a hard time sitting down if I'm in the house because I'm always thinking there's one more thing in the house that needs to be done. So it's not even him saying, you need to go do this. It's me saying, I've got to go do this. He's usually telling me, why don't you sit down for a minute? So how can we let go of that mindset?
Well, then you have to shift the expectations, and believe it or not, I'm like you.
Myself.
I'm always sitting there and I'm thinking there's something else I can do.
Yes.
I could fill every second of every day,
That's
right?
me.
And that's what you're saying. So what you need to do is think, this is me, this is not him, or it's not her, and I too have to be realistic. So what we just did here is we shifted that adjustment, okay? So it's not always that other person, because you know what, quite frankly, they're watching you buzz around and they're becoming anxious. You're creating anxiety, right? They are. They're saying, why don't you sit down? You just said that. It's perfect. And then problems arise because of that.
All right. Well, I need to take some me time. So, Bob, thank you. I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with Bob, and then I'm going for a break. For more on Bob Paff and the Competitive Edge, go to bobpaff.com or give him a call at 1-800-833-5150.